Boom.
What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. We're here with the panel for Potomac, Asia, Jasmine, Antonio, myself. Daddy's not here with us today. How's everybody doing on this lovely Monday?
Good.
And blessed.
Okay, well, it's gonna be a great Monday because last night's episode was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was funny. The little mini girls trip to Williamsburg, which ain't that far apparently. But it's also going to be a great episode because we're trying out a new platform here. And basically, if you are there in the comments, if you're here watching the show, you can actually join in on the live. Now, not the whole damn live, but there is a time and a place, everything. And so at some point in the show, we're going to allow guests or anyone that's watching the live right now to join in, either ask a question or just give commentary to the show. Of course, to do that, be active, comment, let me know we're watching the comments, and enjoy the show. So, again, episode 5. What do we think of episode 5, starting with you, Miss Asia?
Okay, the episode was really cute. I loved it. I thought everybody acted according to how they are, including Mia, because we don't know how she is yet. Right. I liked it because it was everybody's real character. And you can tell they had been filming for a while and got back in the swing of things. Yeah. It was cute.
Okay. Jasmine?
I thought it was really cute too. You can tell they ain't been nowhere in a while. But I definitely enjoyed seeing them about, going on trip. I really just like, that excitement before you go on a trip. You get out stuff, you get out together and stuff like that. I thought this was a good episode that showed a little bit more of Candace's personality. She's giving me HBCU grad instead of pageant girl, which I like both of them. But I just thought that this was just more. She's been more like that this season, so it's just like she said. It was a cute episode, and I really liked it.
Okay, Tonio. Oh, we don't hear you, Antonio. Did you mute yourself? Hello.
Okay, I didn't mute. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the reunion already? Y'all muted already?
Yeah, we thought that you was gonna come out here with some pictures or something. I had to make sure.
Cortez muted me, y'all. Cortez muted me because I like Mia, y'all. Okay. But no, I thought it was a really good episode. It was good to see everybody in their breakout moments. I have to agree with Asia this time on you kind of got a good look at who these people really are, especially some of the new girl. And so I'm enjoying it, and I really enjoyed last night's episode. So I'm ready to talk about episode 5.
Okay. Well, so from episode 4, we left off last week. They had Pajama Jam or whatever. They had more of a kumbaya moment. Of course, last week the biggest thing was that Mia was she was told that they wanted to, the Green Eye, the Green Eye band is as in them two, they wanted to be with her without Karen. She said, she sent this nasty little text. I didn't think it was nasty, but I mean, it was kind of like, woo,
It was rude, but it wasn't nasty.
It wasn't nasty. It was rude, but it was just like, whoa. So she kind of backtracked from it and was just kind of like, I just didn't want anyone dictating who I can see, who I can and cannot bring around. But in this episode, she ends up doing it anyway, which we're going to get into. So let's talk about that scene specifically, and we'll just kind of skip around. Mia and Giselle and Robin, they meet up or whatever. And what I do want to say is what Mia does bring a sense of not just, I don't want to say fashion, but she has a housewife energy about her when she arrives. She arrives like she's a bad or like a boss, as she'd want us to say. And so I do appreciate that about her. But I wanted to talk about the scene itself. Like, how y'all feel about the scene with them meeting up and talking? Do you feel like it was productive? Do you feel like it was kind of, what do y'all think? What y'all think first? Go ahead, Jasmine. What do you think about the scene?
I think that it just, I mean, Giselle and Robin give me such a mean girls vibe. Like, who the fuck are you that we gotta sit here and you gotta tell me a backstory? I know that's not really probably the way that it came off, but I mean, she put up this big old fight about not being told who to bring, then just sit down and just, okay, this is what I need you to know about me. I've
Yeah.
done this, I've done this, I have this, and then you know, it's just like I understand wanting to get to know them, but it's just seemed like it just, I mean, I won't say it's thirsty as the last episode, but I mean, it still just gave me thirst vibes, but not more. I mean, I don't know. It's just the whole Robin and Giselle thing, just sitting there, just like, okay, grilling her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just don't. Who are you? Like, that's that.
Yeah.
Who? I said, who? Oh,
Go ahead, Asia or Antonio, either one.
The beautiful Asia, you can go ahead.
Okay. Oh yeah, beautiful. Um, I feel like for the first time, I was like, okay, she's opening up for real and not like putting on like, oh yeah, it's this and it's that, because I'm just owning it. I think she was a little bit more vulnerable this time. I think it helped that it was just the two of them, and they were like, look, let's just clean slate this because we see how you act. So we just gonna try to start over for real. And the one thing that I can say that I appreciate about Mia is she kind of caught herself being rude and was like, let me backtrack. I don't think it's a bad thing to catch yourself when you are coming off a certain way, in a way that you really don't want to present yourself. So the fact that she backtracked and she was like woman enough to do it on TV instead of like standing in the bullshit that she was doing, even though it wasn't terrible, it was rude. And if you don't want to come off rude, that's how you correct the situation. So I do like that she did that. It did give me like big profile vibes, like that she was like online, like,
and we didn't even get to the actual scene where it was real hazing going on.
I was like,
right.
Damn, like tell me about yourself, but no, tell me about yourself for real. So I don't know, I liked it, but that's what I said. Like, I don't know. We don't know who which personality is really Mia's.
Right.
Because she gives us a new one every episode.
I don't think it's about different personalities. I think it's about, her having different layers to her personality, kind of like what we've seen with Miss Wendy Osefo. I feel like the sit down was productive for us as viewers because we were able to get some of the backstory on Mia, which me personally, I feel like, okay, maybe that's why she is the way she is. And I'm a boss and I have 14 businesses and I'm, vice president of the United States and I, sailed the seven seas. Like she, because she didn't have that growing up. So now it's almost like as a 36-year-old grown woman, she has to overcompensate for that because she didn't always have it. She just recently came into it. I hate the fact that it's like, and I wish production would kind of do something about this. I hate it that it's Robin and Giselle are like a packaged deal almost. It's like, okay, well, Giselle do it, we got to have Robin there too, or vice versa. I hate that. And they get on my damn nerves.
Yeah, I don't.
At the end of the day,
the biggest takeaway from me from this scene, I did like that they did share, because they had a common thing where Robin shared that one parents passed from what was the parent? Yeah, both his parents passed from AIDS using from heroin and stuff like that, and then so did Mia's father. And so I thought that was actually like a key moment.
That was good.
Great to have that on TV to talk about that because I mean that's like, especially in that time frame of time and days, that was a big thing. The AIDS epidemic was just bad. So I did like it, but from the scene, I didn't really get much. I do feel like she was, people were saying like she want to be friends with them so bad. I do think she wants to be friends with them so bad. She does. It's interesting that she said in that tweet last week that you telling a scholar get with the winning team, but you kikiing with one of these. Whose team are you on? That's why I don't understand what team.
See, I was thinking maybe it was a production thing that maybe got into her ear and was like, hey, you need to like calm it down a little bit, and you need to give everyone an equal chance to get to know you as you need to get to know them. That's kind of where I was thinking possibly. that came from. And maybe she was like, she kind of checked herself, like Asia said. Maybe she just really checked herself and said, you know what? I don't need to be this type of person. Let me really go into it with an open mind and see if I can get to know these ladies and really be cool with them without any type of outside influence.
The most annoying thing to me also specifically is that the conversation was mainly between Giselle and Mia, and Robin is on the side, which is, she is the sidekick, right? But it's just like, why does she need to be there? It didn't make no sense.
Even Giselle said she was paying for Robin at one point, so Robin didn't need to be there at all. She was wasted gas and gas money, and she been at home watching the hats up. She could have been at home watching them hats up. She could have been at home waking them kids up. She had many things she could have been doing. I mean, they sitting over there on the couch
planning her wedding.
God dang. I mean, it's just like I said, I do not get Robin this season. I don't get her, like, where she stands besides being the sidekick of Giselle. And now, like, actually,
that's a word.
Like I said, like, she's starting to be like mean, because I mean, even though Mia gives it back, I mean, we'll touch on it later, but even though Mia kind of gives it back, the stuff that I'm seeing like coming up, I'm just like, Robin, the question is, who are you? I
know that's right.
Know. Like,
me too, B. Me too.
Not that girl. Like somebody just said in the comments, Giselle maybe has been that girl back in the day, but she's not that girl right now to me. But Robin is not that girl, and I don't know if she's ever been that girl.
But I really do feel like Giselle, in her mind, thinks she is like the HBIC. Like, she is that. She is that girl.
To be honest, the network backs her up so well.
I see that.
So honestly,
and they did give her a little spinoff show. So yeah.
If there was an HBIC,
I would watch it. I would watch Giselle's spinoff show. I'm not gonna lie, act like I.
Well, they do the chat room. That's what I was referring to, the Bravo chat.
I would want to see one with her and her girls.
Her girls, them girls.
I want to see one with her girls.
Yeah, the girl.
Grace is sick of her. Okay, Grace.
I want to see her get roasted by Grace.
I mean,
not roasted by Grace.
I've got in my life with Giselle before. Like, I know Giselle in real life, but I've never been I've always been that person that's not like in the Giselle's like direction of just like wanting to triumph and wanting to dominate and shit like that. But I can notice a Giselle just in life, and I mean, it's just like
she messy.
While we're talking about Giselle, I want to move past this scene and move more into when Giselle goes to see Ashley. So apparently, the only person filming with Ashley this season, I mean, she has her individual scenes. I guess because she is pregnant, she did come some other stuff. But this is the second time that Giselle has sat with Ashley to spill some tea. And so this one, I was kind of surprised because I didn't feel like, why would she be talking to Ashley about this? I mean, you would think that she would have went to Robin. I mean, maybe she already has, but I would have received this scene much better if she had been to Robin saying, "Oh, I think Eddie had cheating on Wendy," or something like that, versus Ashley, who is like barely even in the moment of the scenes and just had a baby. What can
I have a theory?
Okay, what's your theory? Go ahead.
I think because we know that Candace ain't inviting Ashley to a lot of stuff, and the producers are. The producers are seemingly backing Candace this season and actually giving her a good edit. And Giselle knows that, but she don't want her little messy hair forehead to, be left out. So she's purposely bringing her in. So it's not that Candace is teaming up with nobody to ice her out, but Candace herself is like icing Ashley out. Like, girl, I'd rather have a cake with no icing on it. If you're the icing, I just want plain cake. I want pound cake. And Giselle, somehow or another, is still just trying to bring Ashley along with everything Ashley got going on. That's my theory.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, we know that Ashley's going to spill the tea.
Absolutely.
And so, especially as it relates to Wendy, she's not really on the best terms of Wendy. So it's not going to put her at the worst place versus if it was like, because really she's on best terms with nobody but her kids. So she
her little messy boy.
But okay, so
that messy condo.
So in this scene, that condo is always a mess. She need more than
They
a
need to
nanny.
just get a
She need a
house.
maid, a nanny.
She
That
needs
house-
to move.
Yeah.
She ain't no
They
nanny.
in a condo that they was in when they first got married. They got 2 kids, so they need to
When
just
they first
Yeah.
got married, they're in the condo that he Ben had bought. Ashley does not live a life of luxury. She just doesn't. Ashley married a rich man and she has shelter on the top floor. She's not that girl. She does. I don't know why.
If you see Ashley without money, you would be like, damn, she does it. I mean, I would think you would just be like, damn, she does it.
I mean, look,
But-
let's just be real. Let's be real. I'm not talking about her mama, but look at her mama.
Oh,
And y'all, what's her mama name? What's her mama name?
Sheila.
What's Ashley's mama name?
Sheila.
I don't remember.
You remember the thing with the iPad?
Yeah.
Right. Ashley is a little dust butt, and she came up on some money. She came up on money.
And she don't know what to do with it because she ain't never had it. She still shop at the same online boutiques I do. If that, I mean, Charlotte Russe closed down. Thank God, because that's where she was getting her clothes from.
Even that dress she got on in the intro, she's flipping that thing around with that long ass
Right.
slit. It's dusty.
Okay,
You are not luxurious, baby. You married a rich old ugly man, and you still don't get no perks. She gets no perks. No. What's the point? What's the point?
So listen.
You're the least luxurious person on this cast. Let me stop.
What Ashley do to you, Asia? She did something over the last week.
Yeah.
My heart to say she is a dust, like she's a throwback.
Jesus Christ.
A throwback.
Real throwback. I'm not gonna say the dress, and she just gets away with it because she's petite and she just got some nice hair. I don't know, but she just gets away with it. It may be that too, but she don't really have to try. She got the same Giselle thing. She does not know how to dress. Like she looks petite. That damn dress she had on. Her stomach was out, her coochie was out with the long sleeve. You look petite. Okay?
She was keeping Charlotte Russe in business. And when she got pregnant and couldn't fit their clothes no more, that's when they closed down.
Damn.
Wait.
Y'all wore Ashley as
Ashley, listen, Ashley is wore out. Ashley is wore out. So at the scene at hand. So Giselle's theory telling Ashley is that Wendy's getting all this work done on her body because she is trying to cope with the issues she's having with her husband, as it relates to some cheating rumors that is going around. And that's why her boobs are all out, why she got her body done, blah, 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 blah. Right.
Ooh.
Antonio, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's some bullshit. I think Giselle just I hate the fact that she continues to talk about people and what may be going on or what may be going on in their marriage and what their husband may be doing. And then she's requesting Karen give her an apology for some true shit Karen said about Jamal, because Karen was just repeating what her damn daddy said when they were having the dinner. So I don't know why she's so pressed about it. And to be honest, Wendy she didn't dress as revealing as she does now, or maybe she did, but she's had some low cut moments last season and things like that. And maybe we just didn't pay a lot of attention to it because she didn't have as much cleavage as she does now. So last season, if she had on something low cut, we probably didn't really pay attention to it because her titties was flat. And now she got them pumped up and we see a lot of cleavage and she wants us to see them. I don't think that it's really an issue at all with a rumor that's on out. I think that this is just another layer to Wendy, and now she feels confident enough to show a little bit more of her body, and that's what she wants to do. If Giselle was in her right mind, she would be trying to go and see what she can do to get that fucking neck pulled up because she looking droopy and she aging like sour milk herself. So I don't even know why she keeps going in on this whole situation with Wendy. And where was the other damn conversation that she had with Ashley talking about Eddie and these rumors? I need production to answer that question for me too, because that's some bullshit.
They cut it out.
Yeah, it seemed like it was like obviously there's something missing. Like it just went from how was the baby so cute to child Eddie out here cheating on Wendy. I'm just like,
right.
I was wondering why they had them like reshoot that scene because they had just shot it. They shot it while she was pregnant. Why did they, not air it and then have her?
Yeah.
I think maybe to not show Giselle in such a negative light, possibly because if you can see this time with the way that it was shown on the actual trailer, she was like, "So are we gonna talk about the Eddie rumors?" And Ashley's like, "What Eddie rumors?" This time she's like, "There's been some stuff on the internet, which it's rumors. I don't think it's true. And I don't really believe what I hear on social media and the Twitter and this is that and the other." So I think they had them reshoot it to kind of make it look more gracious towards in Giselle's favor.
Yeah, got it.
Of course. Okay.
I wanted to say, oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to go ahead?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, done, baby. I wanted to say on that thing that I really just couldn't stand Giselle, and this is why, because Giselle is fake as fuck, and again, this is why, because you remember when Ashley brought that same shit about one with Robin at Monique's house some seasons ago. She shut it down. We're gonna talk about it outside. We're not gonna talk about it in Monique's house. We're gonna do that. We're gonna cut it down. And then for her to bring it up to her and then have it on TV and stuff like that. Like I'm sure, I'm not sure how the season going, but that would have just been the end of my friendship with her. Like that just would have been the end of my friendship with her, because it's obvious that Wendy has more loyalty to Giselle than she does to Wendy. I've grown one thing that I've always grown to just know from being in Chattanooga, going to an all white, going to a PWI, and then having different types of friends is everybody's not going to have the same loyalty as you. You might have this level of loyalty for somebody other close, but they have this level of loyalty to you, and their loyalty is to somebody else in the same circle. So it's like I really felt bad for Wendy when that happened, because like really there was no reason for Giselle to bring it up in front of Ashley. It was really literally no reason for her to do it, and then for her to do it twice was really just lame. So I'm not gonna say that I'm just not like Giselle. I just take her for who she is. Could I hang with her? Probably so. Like, just kiki, you know what I'm saying? But would she be a friend of mine? No, because if I see you doing that to somebody else, I can't fuck with you. Because that was really just low down as fuck what she did to Wendy. Because, there's a lot of stuff to talk about Wendy about, but to insinuate that her wanting to come into her femininity, her sexuality a little bit more, even at this point in life, that's bullshit. To correlate that with her husband cheating and bringing that up. That was like, I'm sorry to talk so long about it, but that really just hurt my feelings for Wendy, because really, like, she's trying to show you, like Antonio said, she has layers to her. She has different things besides her. She the one that came up with Pum Pum. She been a funny bitch. She been upset some all the time. So she's just trying to show y'all, it might be a little too much like her on the bus doing that pop lock drop and shit. That's too much. But outside of that,
not me.
It was just how she did it, just out of nowhere. But I'm just glad she's getting to a point to do that. But I feel bad that Giselle just like minimized it to that, and it was really sad to me. Like it hurt my feelings.
It was messed up that she got her body done. She finally is like comfortable, because she wasn't comfortable even saying like she had the BBL at first. So I think the party was good for her confidence and self-esteem to put it out there. And then she eased into saying it was more than the boobs. It was the booty and the waist too. So for her to be like embracing this and be a woman and say like, yeah, I got these 3 bomb beautiful ass kids, and now I got these bomb ass titties and this cute little ass. Like I don't understand why you would assume that it would be for any other reason than she just wanted to get her body done after she had some kids. And these bringing life into this world literally misshaped her. Like, and she wanted to get shaped right back. I don't like that. And it's just like Antonio said, girl, if you want to get your neck done, just say that. Like,
is that what they call her, gizzard?
Sometimes because she like Trina got it a little bit. I love Trina.
Oh Lord,
it is. It made me want to pull my neck back.
Is Sweetie gained weight?
I can't really pull mine as much. So.
Yeah, I can't. I
got like 25 to 30 pounds, maybe. I'm feeling more comfortable to dress, showing a little bit of arm and showing a little bit.
Get you with your shoulders out.
Look, with my shoulder out. Look, I I
I
felt
live
bad.
And
I was so crunchy.
Jessica got her
You know?
shoulders. Happiness. Is it happiness?
I mean, I just felt comfortable to be like, okay, maybe I can show us some stomach, and it made me feel away like, well, is she trying
Body
to get a man?
positivity.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't care. Giselle, we know she's a hater.
Right.
Do we feel like so? In speaking about Wendy, because I wanted to move to Wendy too. So it seems like we're all in the same consensus of we're okay with Wendy showing her body. Okay,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
I agree. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think honestly, this Potomac be given good show, but they've been giving aunties for a while, and I feel like although Wendy, like we said, Wendy, she has what did I say? She just got to work on her sex appeal in terms of like how she sells it and how she does, because she can't dance, she can't really grind and whine, but she don't get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's still kind of quirky, kind of like I went to band camp type attitude. But
I need to do some yoga and loosen up a little bit. That's
exactly. All. But before her, there really was nobody else giving us anything because they all were kind of prudy. Even Candace being a young one, she's still kind of prudy, So, but as far as Wendy, since we agree with the body, now how do you feel about her in this business and not knowing? Because this is what I'm seeing online. People are kind of over Wendy in some areas because they feel like she has kind of lowered herself in terms of to sell candles, to expose her body more versus last season where she was, Miss 3 Degrees and she was a political commentator, things like that. So I'm sorry. She got 4. I'm sorry. I have 3. But yes. How do we feel about her and the candle business and how maybe like her whole transition? Do we like it? Do we not like it? Because honestly, I was a fan of Wendy last season. I'm still a fan this season. I don't see anything different. I mean, it's different. She is changed, but it's not like off-putting in my opinion.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I don't mind that she is trying to branch off and do her own thing because everybody, as far as becoming a business and a brand, everybody has to start somewhere. She can't just out the gate say, yeah, I got this whole line of comforters and rugs and fucking toilet seat covers, and she just can't do it all at once. So her starting with candles, it seems like in my mind it would be like the easiest thing to kind of start with as far as like some type of a home line. I do feel like she should have done a lot more research because even going back to the questions when she sat down with Karen, that Karen was asking her. Now Eddie was kind of bringing up some of those same points, and then he was adding more, like how you not even got your shit licensed and patent.
But wait a minute, how do you have 4 degrees and don't know you got to get your business registered?
Right.
Well, then none of them in business.
I'm just saying, one of them degrees.
None of them are in business.
One of them degrees told you about registering something. Okay?
None of them degrees did. They taught her how to argue and talk about her degrees. But they did not tell her.
Wait a minute, you do have a law class. You do at least have that law class.
There is something in there. I'm just saying.
but you know what? Even outside of that, at least she didn't just abandon her career altogether because clearly she's still like teaching and doing her professor stuff because she was doing a class.
Doing what she needs to do.
Right, so she's gonna have to dig a little bit deeper. So Wendy, when you watching this, go ahead,
Raven,
get your shit together, pull it in.
Raven in the comments said, I'm surprised her husband I put on the screen, has an MBA, but she ain't asked him first about starting a business. And that's kind of true. Like, I mean, she has resources. I mean, do you really think she put on the front? You really think she didn't know? Or you think she just...
Yes, I think she really did not know. And you know why? You know why?
That's so genuine.
Because even Eddie was like, oh, crap. No, you know why? Because she's doing what a lot of people do. They see these businesses popping up and they have no education in it whatsoever. And they've done a little bit of Google research. But I mean, people have degrees for reasons and people stick to what they learned in college, for a reason. Yeah, anybody can pop up with a boutique, but I used to be a buyer. And when I saw everybody popping up with these boutiques, I was like, I'm not buying this shit from y'all because I know what it actually really takes. And I don't know what you did or where you got that stuff from. And I know you just saw other people start a boutique. So you started a boutique. You didn't do no research. You don't know what you're doing. If I buy this from you, you probably losing money because you didn't price it right. All this other stuff. So I think people are just like, oh, I'm smart, but I can do this too. And I really think that's what she did because everybody is doing it, especially with them PPP loans.
Well, let me throw another perspective out. Let me throw another perspective out. I can see also that she's one of the people that just really wanted to do something, but did not really care what it took. Like she already made the candle, she already had the design on it, she had the name, she had everything prepared, and then she's like, look at what I did. This is what my vision is. I want to be the next with the Black Martha Stewart. That's really what she wanted to be. But she was like, oh, you gotta do that, oh, you gotta do that. It's just like I wanna say more so when Antonio says just like she needs to what did Giselle say? Land the plane, Wendy. Land the plane. Like, she needs to just land it. She needs to push, she needs to put all that shit together and start focusing. That's what her husband has the MBA. But at the end of the day, that's what the conversation was between them, that she's always doing stuff on her own. She's always taking on too much. And she needs to either start delegating the people that have what Asia said, the degrees for the shit. Get your sellers, get your people, get parent people and stuff like that. But outside of all that, like, I just feel like maybe that could be a part of it too. Like she just was like, oh, look at me, look at my candle. This I love this.
Oh, I like candles. Oh,
I just want to everybody to put it back on the screen if you didn't see it. Brooke, a friend of mine, said candles are so basic. I have not. Let me say this. I've wanted to say that all season, so I didn't say it. Brooke did. But I say that only because I actually have a best friend that has a candle business, and it can go far. But I just feel like I don't know and I get she has a plan of moving from candles to this whole home essential line. And
so like she got no damn plan. She got a thought.
Antonio.
She got a thought. She wants to be the Black Martha Stewart, which is shade because that has kind of already been done, but that's another conversation. And then you got Pampered by Portia out here. So what I'm saying is, it's as Raven just said, candles are easy and fun to make. I feel like when she was having the conversations with her mom last season, that was kind of her letting us know I'm about to do something real basic, so y'all don't judge me. Like I'm a doctor, but I also feel like it's a slap in the face for her to be last season saying, Dr. Wendy, address me accordingly, and then next season you are basically
a homemaker.
You don't realize that you have to register your business. That doesn't, and I understand it may not be a business degree, but at the same time, these are just things you would even want to look into. You probably could Google how to start a business. And what?
Is this the Google search?
This is the Google search.
I'm gonna tell you what her ass Googled how to make a candle, and she said, "Oh, this shit is easy, and this is what I'm gonna do." Yeah.
I could go buy some wax. I know how to buy wax. I can buy wax. I bet you she said it just like that.
I am going to support Wendy. But I want her to dig a little deeper, when she comes back in the third season, because honestly, the real gag and reading shade of it all is the fact that she has a candle business coming out, right? And then you have Mia, who puts out a shade candle as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just like you working on something for the long run, but this girl then came together to put it, as just a little read and say, buy these candles. That's kind of like a slap in the face. So I need you to dig a little deeper. That's all I'm saying.
That wasn't just a slap in the face. That was a bar.
Come on,
baby.
That was a body shot. Legit a body shot.
I want to shout out to Rookie. Rookie said the panel looks fantastic tonight. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah. We do what we can. We got happiness. Happiness. Look at that. Raven said, I literally looked up how to make a business, and a business plan was step 2. I told you what I say. Google right there.
She didn't Google that.
It ain't
hard. You need a license. But I have business degrees. I don't try to, I don't know.
One more thing about that. I think that because she is the type of person to try to prove herself first, I think that's why she didn't know. She didn't, because if that was my husband, I'm lazy. I'm like, look, tell me, you set everything else up. I'm gonna work on this pretty shit. I'm gonna do the cute stuff. I think because she's like a know-it-all, that she didn't go to her husband, and he's just like, what the fuck?
She needs what Mia got. She needs us to set it all up.
Yeah, set up this
shit. She go in the store and she say, "Oh, put that candle right there."
And where did you go? Because Mia set that candle up so quick. I was just like, oh, I think I like her.
No, I'm talking about when she moved that little pamphlet and called herself a boss.
Like, you know,
well, she's learned something since then.
Yeah.
Why do you got my name with the parentheses?
I want to move into the towards the end. So basically, the day of the trip. And while we talking about Wendy, one last time for a second. Did we like her H&M outfit? Because she posted it on Instagram. It actually is H&M Zara.
It was Zara.
Do we like the outfit?
Do we like it?
I did. I didn't like it on her, but I liked it.
Did you notice that she cut the top more cropped?
Yeah.
To be out?
Oh no, God.
She loves her titties.
The model top was right here. But her top was up here.
Dr. Wendy said, y'all gonna get all these titties.
Every bit of the money that I spent. She said I spent too much.
Now that outfit was ugly.
It would have been cute on Marlo. Yes, I would on a little body, not on her. I mean, she.
But you know what? There were certain parts about the outfit. There were certain parts about the outfit I liked. I did like the look that she carved it and made it more cleavage shown. I did like, because if you look at the model, she had more. She obviously had it pulled up more inside of her too, because you can see more of her side. Okay. So I like what she was trying to do. I just don't know if it was the best look for her.
She executed.
She doesn't have the sex appeal.
I'm gonna tell you what I really hated and what really made me dislike that outfit was them fucking clear mules that she had on. I probably would have liked it a little bit more had she put some sneakers on with it or something like that. You know, like a nice little designer sneaker. But she tried to like dress it up with that clear mule. I wouldn't.
That outfit would have been good for like Tiana Taylor, maybe Sierra.
Yeah, you see the body. You see the body I'm talking about, like.
Okay, I get it.
You know, Wendy. What Wendy thought. What Wendy said, I'm gonna get these braids to the side, and I'm gonna throw this outfit on, and I'm gonna be sickening. And that's what she thought.
But she didn't know to put some forces on with it. Just some all white Air Force Ones.
Something.
She'd have been fine. Some Air Maxes. She would have been fine. I have a park shoe.
I think she would have been fine and just wearing some sweats. So wearing some joggers. That would have been good for me. But I did like when Giselle was like, is this a 1-piece, 2-piece? What is this? I'm like, girl, what is it? I don't know what it is either.
Giselle can't question nobody outfit.
I know. Giselle, everything Giselle challenges people on is also the worst thing for her too. So Giselle,
not to mention her beads in them damn confessionals. If Cal is still, she needs to sue Cal ass because he be setting her up. He ain't even put you no little invisible little scalp in the damn part on the wig. Like, come on. What the fuck?
It looked like this because I ain't plucked mine. Hers is unplucked.
Did y'all see how Giselle is every time this? I hate that every time Giselle and Kira get by each other, Giselle be so mad. I mean, I love it. I love it, but she can't never hide it.
No,
she can never hide it.
Every time. Karen, she's still reeling from when Karen wore her ass out at that reunion. She can't really come at Monique because Monique ain't on the show, but Karen is still there, and Karen was one of the other people that really went at her. She know that she got fucked up on that last reunion, so she's mad about it. She really wants to get her licks back.
But she got messed up mostly from Monique, so I don't know why she's taking I don't care because Monique gone.
Because Monique's not there, that's why. And honestly, it's a good thing that Monique is not on this season because Lord, Monique would have been fighting again. It would just been Giselle.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
She would have just. Yeah.
I'm glad. What do we think about? They say that Robin admitted to that one was shooting up the club. Robin said that she let him. I was like, ooh, I wish that was me.
But listen,
You said what? Antonio froze.
It's just me and you.
It's got to be. Look, Jazz back.
Sorry.
You fine. Antonio froze, so he got a booty call. Until Antonio come back, what we think about her saying that Robin said that one shot up the club, child.
I just really think I don't. Are they trying to have the kid or not? Is that, I mean, what's the issue? Like, what is it? Like, are they trying to, or
It's
is that?
I think she wants
have-
to.
She
I
don't
think
need
she
no more
wants
kids.
to, but I think she knows she's like way too lazy to really take care of another kid.
For
Like
him to be unattractive, he's still shooting some clubs up. It ain't keeping him from shooting up.
I don't think the
She
way
don't
you
need
look. I
no
don't think the
more
way you
kids.
look matters. I don't think attraction matters because yeah, I was just like, oh okay.
Brooke said that one said he wanted a girl, so that makes sense. They do got boys.
Yeah,
But I feel like she don't need no more kids because she ain't gonna wake up for school.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, you know, you lazy and you don't even remember your second son name half the time. So what are you doing? That's what she said. She said that. I don't. Robin said she don't be remembering her second child's name sometime. That's what she said. She said it last season.
Oh my
but
goodness.
I'm just like, so a girl, like, and girls are a lot more high maintenance. Like, they need attention. Whereas boys, you can let boys run around. That they need attention. Like when a baby girl want a donut, you better go get her a donut. Like, or she's gonna have a fit.
Yeah. Robin is almost 40 years old, and honestly, is she finna do all that? Like, I just think they need to stop. Just plan a wedding, build the house.
Well, they waiting on COVID to end. They waiting on COVID to end. She said.
Well, honey, sell the hats, get the shirts out, just do whatever.
Did y'all buy hats? Did y'all buy hats?
I did not buy a hat.
I don't wear hats.
I got my hat on right now. My hats and my wigs.
I don't wear hats either.
I don't wear
Cortez, I'm so done with you.
I don't wear hats.
I'm gonna see your ass. I'm gonna see your ass one. I'm gonna go online and find one in just a minute and send it to you.
You gonna buy me a Wendy candle and you gonna buy him a Robin hat.
No,
I want a Wendy candle. Like, I'm gonna smell.
I'm definitely gonna buy a Wendy candle. Whatever.
I don't like candles.
Since she got, I will get it. I
like Wendy. I'm gonna buy it.
I was about to say something real rude, but never mind.
Okay, before you say that, let's talk about this dance off on this pole. Who won the dance off for real?
Mia. She won it out.
I almost had a little thing for a scholar, but until she hit that last little pose, I was like, oh, you know, she did give a little. I was like, okay. Then she was like,
yeah, a scholar did give a little bit. Everybody else was like Housewives of Orange County, like, yeah. But Mia got on that. I'm sorry, Mia.
Yeah.
Baby girl, you was on that pole.
Maybe she is 36.
Yeah. Mia been on that pole before.
Yeah,
let me tell you, she was tired as hell. When she sat down, she was like, she was breathing hard. I was like,
what made me gag is like, Karen, you should have just played real cool because we now know you for real not pussy popping on Ray like that.
Not
like that.
I'm glad that she participated because I mean, this is good. This show definitely very prudent. I'm glad everybody participated.
I am too.
But I would have done something else. I would have played with the pole. I would have just like bent over on it or something. Because what she did,
she's still a grand dame.
She used to think as a.
But I be thinking like, okay, Karen is close to 60. But then I be thinking about like, damn, Nene Leakes and people like that in Atlanta. Nene would have worked at pole, but she didn't work the pole before.
Oh, Nene would have.
But Nene would have ate that pole up. And Nene ain't far from Karen's age.
I'm going to tell you, the Atlanta girls would have wore that pole out.
Yeah.
Especially that Portia and that Shamia. Absolutely.
Kenya, you know who would have got you? It would have been Kenya.
I was just like,
chocolate busted
she would have been stiff, just like her legs were stiff when she opened them
exactly. Thank you.
Kenya with a pussy pop.
WD-40 on them damn.
She needs some oil.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Now she the 10 man on the whiz.
So we think Mia was, best on the pole. We're gonna go ahead and go into the house because I do want to ask them about the rooms though. I do quick. It could be like one person or whatever. But as far as like the rooms, have you noticed like not a shift, but do you feel like Candace and Wendy are not as they were last season?
Yes.
I thought about that because I thought she would have given Wendy one of the main rooms.
No, and you know why? She fraternizing with Karen.
Oh,
you know what?
And let me tell you something. if Candace did not understand the assignment her first couple seasons, she understands it now. And if you are a friend of her enemy, she's watching you. Now, it's not super obvious, but she's watching you. You buddy with the bitch that did this to me last season.
But
Well, you know what?
Are Karen
you go?
Are Karen and Wendy buddy, or are they just like,
Right.
okay, well,
It seems like it. It
They're not
seems
buddy,
like
but I think that because now that Candy's still looking at Karen a certain way, and Wendy's like on that.
Okay.
I think Wendy really wants to be trying to be very neutral, and I really feel like Candace is taking that neutral spot this season, minus Ashley, because she even online, it seems like she's okay with just about everybody in the sense of with everybody. So I feel like it was a bit of shade, you know what I'm saying? But I was very surprised she didn't take Wendy to the main room with her.
Yeah.
But I know she also didn't want to put, Giselle and Karen together, obviously, or Robin and Karen. So I don't know.
I wish she had broken up. I wish she would have broke up Robin and Giselle. I really do.
I know. I
just feel like even if that was the case, what Asia said, even if that was the case, that Wendy rode for her so hard last season that it deserved a conversation, even if that was on her mind. I don't think that, which I'm glad that, sometimes you have to kind of just choose yourself sometimes, especially when you had the season that Candace had last season. But at the same time, like Wendy rode hard for you, and that's one thing that I'm seeing about Wendy, and it's just like killing me because I'm a big loyalty person, and I just feel like that's what Wendy's rides on. Like she gives me sorority stuff, like hazing stuff too, and I can see that she was one of them that really enjoyed the camaraderie, really enjoyed the sisterhood, and really just wanted to be. It really was really about that shit, and honestly, like it just made me feel a way about Candace, and I love Candace, but I think, like I said, she deserved the conversation before she did that, or even felt that way, because she done rode for her so hard, and I feel like Wendy has been noticing a lot of loyalties ain't on the same level as to what she's been giving, like I said earlier, and I just think that at this point in time, that's kind of a point where Candace should have been like, okay, you need me now. This is like your time. It's your turn now. So
I think maybe that time will come when the stuff with Giselle, because I know that Ken is obviously okay with Giselle, but I do think she gonna probably side more with Wendy.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just when the situation came out, and like when they kind of hit the blogs a couple months ago with the Wendy versus Giselle thing, it seemed like Candace was like, but they okay. I think just like, it's kind of like how you say something, but you keep it cute what you say, what I'm saying? So you don't seem like you're, I guess, taking a side, in that sense. I think that's what she is, but I think she probably would side more with Wendy before Jill, because Candace knows what they've had their little battles too. So I think it's just,
I think it was like I think the room thing was just like I see what you're doing, and just know that I see y'all getting close, so go be over there and close with your friend.
Candace did say, well, since they are all like chummy or whatever, she she said they should be cool with.
Go ahead, go and play with your friend.
Yeah. But she still needs to
crazy. Now,
her
about, because you talked about Hayes, and I want to say that the Real Housewives of Potomac Robin need to come out and put a statement out and say that they are a non-hazing channel, which would be a fucking lie, because they basically haze Mia. And you know what? I'm glad it happened, because she is also on the same path that others are on in really learning who Giselle and Robin are. You know what I'm saying? And so I just feel like she has to learn just like everybody else. It's unfortunate everybody has to learn that when they come in, but she learned this moment, and I really wish that she would have not given them that room.
I do too, Cortez.
I would have been like, no. I'm like, no, you can stay over there. Like she told Wendy, you can go sit over there. I would say, well, y'all, you can keep over there.
Right.
And I just would have did that, because it just kind of, everything she's built up to this point, it just makes her look even weaker. And that's why I said, I hope that at the reunion she can back it up, because it just seems like she's kind of inconsistent. She needs to pick a path and stick to it.
She just seems like she's picking her battles too, and that's a battle she just did.
didn't feel like she was fighting at that time.
And I think when she saw the room, she was like, "Oh, this looks like my room at home." Like, "Oh, it's nice." Like,
well, no, my thing, I
they had the chance to be up there together. They had to, but they wanted to.
I really don't feel. I feel like you're right. Like she's trying to pick her battles. But if you're gonna pick your battles, then you got to battle when it's supposed to battle, though. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, she said, Robin. That's why I said I don't know what's wrong with her. Because who the fuck are you? Excuse me. Who the hell are you? Look, I done cussed again. But who are you to tell me?
You right, Brooke.
My room. Like, I mean, if I was Mia, even if I was still trying to be on some chill stuff, I would have been like, yeah. You know what? I would have given it to you if you would have just asked me. But you're staying downstairs because now you want to be rude. Because she could have even prefaced it like that. Like, okay,
it's the way that Robin was sitting back like this. Robin was like,
"Yeah, you gonna take that room over there, and we're gonna kick you out." Yeah,
I didn't like it. It was like so mean, girl.
If I put myself in those shoes, I don't know what I would have did. Half of me was like, you know what, y'all bitches is broke. Y'all don't have nice shit.
No, and that's pretty much what Mia said on Twitter.
But she should have said it then.
She should have said it then. I agree.
It's probably the way she could have took it. She didn't have to get gutter with it. She could have just been like, you know what? I'm sorry. Like you said, like, no, like if you would have asked nicely, yeah, but she didn't have to get like, no, bitch, it's my
right.
But y'all didn't think it with Mia's response, I felt like she was kind of being shady. She was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I'll let you enjoy the views and everything. You can have a room. It's no problem." Yeah. To me, kind of felt like, okay, that was kind of shady because you're saying like I typically would not get any type of views or something like that.
Do you see the house that Robin and Giselle live in? They ain't never seen no shit like that.
I really do get that, and I get the like, oh, let her like just do that. But I promise you, if I was in that house and she was like, oh, just I'm gonna let them enjoy the view, I still would have went in my room and talked about her. I would have still went in my room.
Well, it's probably coming.
It might be coming.
It's probably gonna come out, and because it was to be continued from the last part we're gonna talk about, which is Karen and Giselle. And I just want to say one thing too before y'all go on this. Escala needs to be quiet. Okay?
Period.
I want to like Escala, but she be getting involved in the biggest moments that she has nothing to do with. And it's like, Escala girl, I need you to.
And it's like she talks in both groups. Like she's like, I don't know that Wendy, and then she's like, messy Mia. And it's like you better choose a side too.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm gonna get you, girl. Yeah, she gonna get you, girl. Like,
right. She's acting like, I'm not trying to be funny, but she's acting like her friend. She's acting like Robin.
It's terrible.
Oh, okay.
But I did want to say this. I'm glad we saw this scene because I did laugh. You know, I was on this scene. You know what I'm saying? I want Randy to live. Right. I want Randy to pay his bills.
There wasn't no bar.
It wasn't no bar, but
it wasn't a bar, but it was cute.
It was funny. You know what funny?
It was cute.
The crowd.
It was the sarcasm because she is so mad at Karen. Like, girl, you mad. You mad.
She's saying they doing they bumping coochies.
Oh no.
Robin and Giselle. I was thinking that in my mind. Because it was like, I really want you in that room upstairs with me.
I'm not putting that in it. I'm not putting that in either.
She done crossed her legs, put her arms folded, and then you know the scene and set it off. We like, yeah, we back in effect. Next stop by Boa Savings Salon.
Oh my God.
I hate her right now. I used to love Robin. Not love, but you know what? Like, I thought she was cool. Like, she was kind of like a tomboy.
I thought she had potential.
Yeah, she just stopped working out and then everything just went downhill.
But they only posted that workout thing. It was from 4 years ago, which I thought was shade too. Because she was like, I've always been a very fit person. And then they pulled it up from 4 years ago. Yeah. I ain't seen her work out since then.
You're right. She used to work out with Ashley, I thought. But
I thought it was Monique. Well, I don't know. Monique was the one that I knew that worked out the most.
Yes, she did. She did look good.
Yeah, she has nice.
If as we continue this part, if anybody wants to join the live briefly before we get out to ask any questions, the link is there. We're gonna do that for maybe like 5 minutes before we get out of here, of course. Yeah. But while we do that, we're gonna kind of go into the last scene. So between Giselle and Karen, what do you think gonna happen next week? What do you think gonna happen next week?
Giselle ain't gonna get no fucking apology.
Hell no. And Karen ain't gonna get one either.
And Karen not gonna get one either. I feel like they both reaching with these apology requests, and just
because she didn't wish death on that man. So that's something I didn't like. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that's weird. It's weird that she.
I would have rather for Karen said, "Yeah, I read you because you came for my marriage, you came for other people's marriage, so I'm gonna read you every chance I get." That's what I really want Karen to say instead of, "Oh, you wish death on Ray from 4 years."
Stop lying, because Karen is a liar.
Y'all know what Karen be doing, chat. Yeah, I love Karen, but y'all know she will go to an old little, back in the day they don't call it a lie. Tell a story in her age.
I mean, she don't
I'm disrespectful. You an old liar.
She doesn't really even know what she's
mad at.
She's mad at. She knows that she should be upset because they have gone back and forth for over so many seasons. But really, I mean, not on Giselle's side, but I do agree with her. Like, she does, like, you don't have a reason. What's the reason? What's the reason? Like, you don't know the real reason.
I really don't even think she needs a reason because, like I said, Giselle has come at her and Ray taxes. I remember Giselle telling her, "Yeah, Ray, when he want to have sex with that other woman, Erica Lau, he'll drop you in a minute." Like, Giselle has really said some horrible stuff to her. So yeah, I'm getting my licks back. So and reunion last season,
I'm just getting my licks back.
She don't need to be like, "You said you wish death on Ray." No, girl, I read you because I don't fucking like what you said, and I'm gonna get you together and I'm gonna read you down every chance I get. That's it.
Just say that.
But could Candace say that she got her back at the reunion though? Did Karen not get her back at the reunion a little
She
bit?
really didn't to me because she was just like piggybacking off of Monique, in my opinion. And Karen was just adding little digs. And I think similar to how Monique was acting last year, like, you're not really mad at Candace, you mad at somebody else. That's how Giselle's acting this year. Like, you really not that mad at Giselle. You really mad at Monique, but you can't get her because she's not here because you want her off the show because she beat Candace up. Now, Candace needs to admit that her head was not wrapped too tight, and she ain't forget. She just not inviting Ashley nowhere. I thought that shit was hilarious.
I
thought it was pretty funny with last week, but this week, I mean, I thought it was pretty shady last, but this week I'm like, it's kind of it's not as shady because she is obviously pregnant. It's not as shady as it could be, but it's still shady because I don't even know if Ashley really care, honestly. But that to me, their beef is so much more interesting than Giselle and Karen. Like, even though it's not really happening, I'm more interested to see it. But we have somebody that wants to join and ask questions, so let's ask them real quick. Dan, what did you put your name as High? Who the hell is High? Man, next time you join this live, you can put your name
and your face.
Hi, good evening.
What a damn video.
They don't have to do video. They can just do audio too. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say you all look good. I was gonna say you all look good tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I forgot to put my lashes on, but it's okay.
Well, you look good. You look good.
Are killing me. My eyes keep
What's your question or your comment?
Well, my comment is I've been watching a little bit of the review shows for the Potomac Housewives on YouTube, and I was noticing that a lot of people was giving Candace a lot of issues, saying that she was shading Ashley for not not inviting her to some events, and I don't agree with that. I think that is very smart, in my opinion, that she been on that show for about 4 or whatever years, and every time she's attempted to make a friendship with Ashley basically backstabbed her. Mm-hmm. So I think that it feels like she's learning. It feels like maybe she's learning not to be set up to be triggered. And I feel like if every time you open the door for somebody and they basically make fun of your house, your accomplishments, the woman is singing, she's in college, she's in movies and things. So I don't think she want to have anybody around making fun of that or TV shows or anything. But yeah, I think that Ashley is always there to make fun of her accomplishments. And listen, I think Ashley's a beautiful woman. She married a very complicated man, and I think that's one of the biggest accomplishments she has had, except for making those beautiful children. I could see why she could be jealous of a young Black woman being very successful. So I think that Ashley is being very smart, not inviting her. And then listen, if somebody is constantly attacking you on a mental level, I would invite them to open them to a shoe, more or less, to my home. So
pretty much.
That's just how it is, But yeah, so that's just what I feel about that. And I think that Giselle is also very compelling. I just think that she's very deep. And I think that she I just think sometimes she needs to let people know that she's hurt and not really smile about everything. If somebody's, I think you all said it very wonderful tonight, is that she was roasted. She was totally destroyed at their reunion. I mean, that's just the way it was. She was destroyed. So she came back and she was angry. She was angry and mad. And she think that she can smile and be shady. But the thing is, she was mad and hurt. And that's why she's still angry all these episodes, And I think Wendy is a little one note, in my opinion. Last year was about her education. This year is about the body. I want her to do two things at once. Say, I got a good body, and I'm a smart woman. Do it together at the same time. Don't just separate and be one note all the time, in my opinion.
Okay.
Well, I do want to add something. I'm gonna let the next person know, but thank you for joining in. I know we talk a lot on Instagram. So
yes, we do, Mr. Cortez. Yes, we do.
He actually called me on Instagram. We talking about the show. So I'm glad.
You know what? I want to say too. I didn't come. I listen. I knew y'all all look wonderful tonight. I came home from work. That's why I didn't do the video. I said I was not going to get in here, look the fool, sweating and crazy, and y'all all look good together. I said no. I told Cortez, I said let me just do audio, and I'll try to do a video, look good like this, like everybody tonight, But anyway, thank you so much, and I love the program. I love it very much.
Okay. Well, thank you for leading in, and hopefully we can see the rest of the video next week too. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, we have one last person, which is Raven, who has been extra active today. Welcome to the Lean In, Raven. How are you?
I'm good. How y'all?
Hi.
Hey,
what's your question or your comment?
I have a question. Okay, so I was talking to my friends, and they all think I'm crazy. Am I the only person who thinks Mia is a liar?
Yes.
No. I feel like she tells these little white lies to try to make her life more interesting, and then it all comes out in the wash. Like, somebody looked into what it takes to get like the joint and like all this whole boss thing, and she basically, like, her and her husband opened up enough locations for her to be able to take the regional manager class, like the district manager. So now her real job is just coming in and making sure that people set up the franchise correctly based off. It's like, girl, you took a PowerPoint class.
She learned how to push them pamphlets, girl.
Like when she was in the office, it was giving me, like, when I watched the first season of Salt Lake City and I saw Jen Shaw in her office, and I was like, this hoe is playing businesswoman. And that's exactly what Mia's doing, playing businesswoman.
That's Raven, because I think Asia, I love Mia, but I think I want to say it was Asia that said it a couple of weeks ago, was that it's kind of like she's playing boss. I never disagreed with that. So I do like Mia, but I never disagreed that she was playing it up.
She was a stripper and they was wearing ball gowns, but she's familiar with the pole.
She was on Johnson's Cabernet. She was on Johnson's Cabernet, and she just needs to admit.
Lord, doing like it's my birthday, baby. It's my birthday, baby.
Like, she said that she got her clit done, and that's not what it really was. It was a vaginal reconstruction. She says all these things, and it's like, you don't even know how much older you are to your husband. Like, girl, come on, you lying.
Right.
Now, we have talked about it for the last. I had to stop saying it because I don't want to sound like Mia hates her. I see through a lot of things, and I got to look at her closely. We gave Drew Sidora so much. Okay,
y'all sure did.
And I
was not a Drew fan. She been weird from the beginning.
Raven, to the point to where these new girls, I'm saying with Crystal, same with Anila. I be looking at them like, let me see what's going on. I don't know. They be so weird.
Well, when early last week when we were texting about this, about Mia, whatever, I gave her, like, this is the character she reminded me of, was Blanche Devereaux from Golden Girls. Blanche Devereaux always has to have a story about a man, or always got to have something that's gonna trump something. Back in Chattanooga, Tennessee, I had me a good beau. He was up underneath the honeysuckle tree, and he done licked me from the honey knuckle to the honey topple. And it's just like, nobody asked you for that. It wasn't prompted. It wasn't warranted. You just wanted to just boom. And I don't want to take away from her story, which I really pray and I hope that it's true. But my first thought, because she's lied so much, is when Robin said Juan's parents died from that. My daddy did too.
Her dad did too.
My daddy did too. And I was just like, I hope it's the truth. I really.
Well,
I
think over time
we'll
definitely will find out more about her. Of course, this ain't it. Thank you, Raven, for joining and leaning in.
Thank you, Raven.
Thanks, Raven.
We're gonna be here every week. So if you have anything, well, she's already off now. So with that being said, I think we have covered everything in the episode, and we had allowed some guests to come in, so that was fun too. But we're gonna lean out definitely. Today was fun. We got episode 6 next week. I'm ready for episode 6 because I didn't know that the Wendy stuff was. I knew it was coming, but I thought
it was coming that quick.
At the end,
I was told that it was toward the end of the season, so I need to call my sources back because I have been led astray. I got to figure out what is going on here. But it looks like she gets into it with Robin and Giselle.
Yeah, I thought from the previews, I thought it was Robin and Mia. or I thought that's what, but clearly it looks like
it's all of it. I think it's like it's about to go down.
And Robin good.
And I know people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe Wendy doing all this after what Monique lasted." I don't care. Now, call me a hypocrite. I don't give a damn.
Now, I got to see the episode first.
Yeah, I want to see the episode. I got to see who right and who wrong. Because I'm pretty sure that Wendy is not just gonna, do this to this girl's hair and then pull her hair. We ain't gonna get into that.
honestly, like what Wendy says doesn't make me automatically think she's choosing violence. She's a wordsmith, so like. It could even be like, bitch, I'm about to cuss you the fuck out. Try me. And you gonna see a different Wendy. Not that I'm gonna put my hands on you. Like that's not, it didn't automatically give me like nothing.
I don't see her
run up, get done up. Yeah,
I don't see her charging to them.
It gave me Candy when they talk about Todd. So we just gotta all
no, because you would have thought
don't talk about my man, my mother, and my money.
Drag you.
I'm Candy eating. I'm talking.
What you say? It took me everything that the choke to
I just can't believe you.
That's not the same energy that we're getting from Wendy. So I'm looking forward to it and not being.
Y'all are fucking nuts.
But like I said, we're gonna get out of here. Of course, you can find myself, Asia, Jasmine, Antonio, and Danny when he's here because he took a week off this week. Here every Monday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time or 8:30 Eastern Standard Time or 7:30 Central Standard Time, child. We'll be here every Monday talking about it. And I believe starting this week on Wednesdays, the Beverly Hills recaps will be live too. So, So
tune in.
I know. That's
definitely I'm leaning in. Yeah,
Danny's on that panel, and then Jamie's there too. And so again, we're gonna lean out. Make sure y'all go down, leave this video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up to like the video. If you don't like the video, that's fine too, but still hit the thumbs up because you need to anyway. We'll see y'all next week for episode 6 at the same time next week, and y'all have a good rest of y'all lovely Monday. Thank y'all for leaving.
Happy
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.